What's up guys, Steven here and welcome back to another first look video, and today we're going to have a closer look at the InFocus V5, or also called the InFocus M560. So it's a very cheap and affordable smartphone from iFoxShop.com. As always, you can find a link down below in the description. So it's below €100 and it comes with okay specs and a pretty nice build quality because it's just like the iPhone, an aluminum unibody phone. So I would say let's get directly started and let's check it out. Alright guys, so here it is, the InFocus V5, or also called the InFocus M560. First feeling in my hands, yeah, pretty nice build quality for the price. But before we check out the smartphone, let's see what we can find inside the box. So this was in my mail bag all along with the Cubot S600 from iFox, and pretty cheap smartphones, but we're trying to get some high expensive ones, working on some exclusive deals, so stay tuned for that. So yeah, as you can see, pretty nice looking package. Let's open it up and let's see what we have got inside, and there we go. First of all, it was here inside of the package. Then here at the top we have some kind of metal pin to open up the SIM card tray, because as you may know this is a unibody phone, but it has pretty good slots, as you will see just in a second. Then it came here with some kind of cardboard material inside. There you will find a quick starter guide, but this one here is pretty useless because as you can see most of the things here are in Chinese, and everything here in Chinese actually. So if you're not sure how to use the smartphone, well, just check out some normal guides. It's pretty easy actually, and running Android. So here you can see the adapter. Now mine did not came with an adapter, but usually if you buy from iFox it should ship with an adapter, and I have to say that charger looks pretty crappy. So the output, it's 1 amp, you can see here 5 volts. So no quick charging on there, and also the form factor's very strange for Europe here, so I wouldn't use the charger at all. So just go to your local electronics store, buy a decent one. This one here looks pretty crappy and maybe even dangerous. Okay, there we go. So here's a USB cable. So the smartphone comes with micro USB, absolutely nothing special, so just a normal micro USB cable here included inside the package. And yeah guys, that's everything, and now let's have a closer look here at the smartphone itself. Alright guys, so now here it is. And yeah, as I've told you, the first feeling in my hands was pretty good. Now, coming from an iPhone 6s Plus, it feels also as premium as the iPhone, so regarding the build quality I have to say thumbs up for the InFocus. Now in terms of the display, it's full HD resolution, so you can find all the specs down below in the description. Basically 2GB of RAM, 16GB of ROM, and the MTK6753 Octacore processor. Now the display itself, it's pretty colorful, it's really sharp, so full HD resolution, and also colors and viewing angles are looking pretty good on the smartphone itself. So I would say for €100, the display looks very nice. Now InFocus logo at the bottom, and there are no capacitive touch buttons, so just softer buttons. This pretty much sucks because I hate softer buttons, but really comes down to personal preference. Now at the top we have an LED notification light, we have the front facing camera, and we have the earpiece in the middle. So also light and proximity sensor. The bezels are not too thick but also far away from being thin, but looks quite okay in my opinion. Now if you have a look at the frame you will be quite impressed. So some kind of unibody design, and we have here basically 2 slots. We have a dual SIM slot, so to put in a nano SIM card and a micro SIM card, and we have a micro SD card slot up to 64 gigs, so probably even more if properly formatted. And yeah, that means you can use both SIM cards and a micro SD card at the same time, because 2 slots for that. Okay, at the top we have a 3.5mm headphone jack, and here on the left side we have all the buttons. So this feels a little bit strange having most of the buttons here on the left side. We have here at the top the power button, which is a little bit wobbly, so they're not too stiff, feels a little bit strange, but the buttons are also made out of metal, so the build quality is really quite okay. Now yeah, that's it from the left and the right side, and at the bottom we have the micro USB port placed in the middle. Also if you check out here the screws, so they're not Torx screws, just some cross tip screws, so nothing special actually. So a little bit copied from the iPhone with the 2 screws here at the bottom and dual speaker grid, but it's a single speaker. In order to open it up you just have to unscrew 2 screws, and then you can actually just lift off here the display and separate the case parts. Okay, let's have a look here at the back side. So here you can see the InFocus logo, and you can see here also a sticker with the IMEI numbers because it's a dual SIM phone. Don't lose that sticker, because in case if there's something wrong, if you reset the phone and you lose your IMEIs, you can restore them with the sticker here. Alright, so here's the rear camera. Then here we have something which looks like a single LED flash, nothing special but pretty big for a single one. And here in the middle we have another microphone, so it comes with two microphones, one hidden in there, and here a secondary microphone so far as it looks like. So this doesn't look to me as a reset button. Now the glass is also quite scratch resistant, but it's not Gorilla Glass, I guess it's some kind of cheap mineral glass. Anyway, use a screen protector, so they're pretty cheap for the smartphone and you can get them with the phone. Alright, so that's the phone here from the outside, looking pretty good. I really like the rounded edges and how it feels and looks, the notification light here at the top as you can see. And the feeling in my hand is pretty premium. But let's jump directly into Android and let's check out here the performance. So guys, there we go. We're now here on the smartphone and it's running Android Lollipop. As you can see at the first look, there is no menu, so the app drawer is missing. But well, if you want to, you can change that, you can customize it, it's Android. Now regarding rootability, I haven't tried it yet, but actually the MTK6753 is rootable, so you should check it out for yourself, or probably I can do a updated tutorial here on this one. Okay, anyway, let's jump here directly into the settings and let's check out here the Android version. As you can see, 5.1, so this is the latest one so far. And if you're looking into Android Marshmallows, Android 6, probably have to disappoint you, because you mostly never see updates to new Android generation on those cheap smartphones. So it's €100 and you actually get what you pay for. Pretty cool. Here under accessibility and more, you have, for instance, sensor recalibration, so that's pretty good, because sometimes there could be something wrong with the sensor and then you can easily recalibrate it in the settings. As you can see, also the settings here are a bit customized. So let's check it out together. I have to say Wi-Fi is pretty okay, but not the best I've seen. So I'm connected here to my WebCube, which is like only 5 meters away from me. That router, it's a second office router. It's basically in the floor below that area here. And the signal is usually bad on some of my other phones. But I have to say Wi-Fi is quite okay. Not the best one I've seen, but so far okay. Here on the Bluetooth, nothing special, so Bluetooth is working for me. We have tethering and portable hotspot like on every other Android phone. We have SIM cards, so to switch here, and let me quickly show you that. So SIM slot 2 basically in here and SIM slot 1, and you can also change here the preferred SIM card for data and calls. There is no LTE band B20 in there, so for Germany you probably won't have LTE in some areas. So you really should check out which frequencies your provider is using, but no B20 in there. This is something I can say for sure. You can see apps running in the background, and let's check it out together. So this takes some time to cache them. 650 megabytes of RAM used by the system, 250 by the apps, so 50% of the RAM is used and still 1 GB is free. Now for such a cheap smartphone, 2 GB of RAM is actually pretty good. Okay, display and nothing special in there, there's just blue light filter and some other things. You can see here the LED notification, which you can basically switch it on or off. And you can also adjust some things with multicolor in there, but yeah, that's it. That was display. We have a battery stats now so far, using it for a couple of days, also as a monitor on my camera, and I have to say battery life is quite okay, gets you through the day, but not really much more. Let's have a look at storage. I'm using phone storage and an SD card, so it's working also with 2 SIM cards, no problem at all. SD card, just an 8 GB one because I lost my other one, but it's working pretty fine. Okay, let's jump directly back, and there we go. So we also have here motion, and basically it has some kind of gestures inside, like turn over to reject the call, and all those things. So volume quiet on pickup, and actually I don't use that, kind of annoying. We have here default app configuration, so also nothing special. And we have an apps cleaner, and also this is basically if you press the menu button, you get here a clear all button. Okay, then let's check out here the screen lock. So this one here has nothing special included, so there is no fingerprint, no hidden special features like iVerify, so absolutely basic. We have here, for instance, GPS, which is quite okay on the smartphone, and for sure it's multi-language. We have here software update. You have here Wi-Fi only, and we can check here for an update, but also there are not many videos online. The phone is not so old, and I'm currently stuck here with this release of 5.1, so this is the latest one currently. Okay, then let's jump right back. Last but not least, we have here language and input, which you can check out. So as you can see, those languages are here inside, not the full Android language pack, but the most important ones are included. Sometimes the translation is also not perfect, but I think if you buy a Chinese smartphone, you should be used to English language. So we're now here back in the menu. As you can see, there is no app drawer. We can also scroll down here from the top to get the Android status bar. It's very basic. It's a bit customized, as you can see. So we have a bar where you can select a hotbar to scroll between all the quick toggles. Wireless display here inside, screen capture for screenshot, torch here, the LED flash, which is for the size, quite okay. Then Wi-Fi, mobile data, and all that. And as always here, you have the same, basically, all in one. Okay, that's it. Then I can quickly show you here that it's really smooth. So if you swipe here through the pages, this feels absolutely smooth. Then, as I've told you, there's the clear all button. So if you want to free up some memory, you can do it right over here. Now, pre-installed, there are also some applications, not a lot of chunk, actually no chunk at all. This was pretty good. Weather forecast, FM radio, all the basic things. Then let's quickly check out here the camera application. I've also taken already several pictures, and I have to say the front-facing camera looks quite promising. You see it's really wide angle, you can see here my camera. Hello guys, you can see here me. The lighting adjustment works pretty good, and I can show you here some pictures, for instance. So here it's me. So the quality is not the best, and you only get decent shots if you have enough of light. But for the price, it really gets the job done. So there is nothing to worry about that. So also the rear camera, let's check it out together. Let's switch here to the rear camera. Now the focus is really not the fastest one. Just check this out here. From the black, this can take ages, and sometimes also the exposure is really off. So we'll probably upload sample pictures to our blog. Dynamic range looks pretty okay, but exposure sometimes and slow focus, this is something you will see on a lot of China phones. Okay, so I'm not really sure what happened now. Did hang up for some reason. And that's the camera. Regarding the camera application, maybe let's jump right back into it. We just have here a mode button, and in this mode button you have several modes like picture-in-picture, live photo mode, motion track. Now the camera application looks pretty good, so a little bit customized, but anyway, the camera quality is nothing you should be too excited about. But HDR and all those things are also supported, and here in the settings we can quickly check out, we have to deactivate HDR. Then we can see here, for instance, we have 13 megapixels in 4:3, but if you want to go to 16:9, it drops down to 9.5, but I guess the sensor is just 8 megapixels. And if we go to the front-facing camera, then we can see here under the settings that we have 5 megapixels here in 4:3 and only 4 in 16:9. So not really sure about the native resolution, probably 5, but does not look too bad at all. So the lens is quite okay. Alright, so that was Android. Quick look at the camera, and now I would say let's quickly check out the benchmarks. Let's do a quick gaming test, and then we're going to finish this first look and unboxing video. Right guys, benchmarks are finished. Let's have a look at the result. Almost 40,000 points here in Antutu, and we can check out here the rankings. So here at the bottom, so for instance, MX5 has some 53k points, the Elite TV 1S 55. If you have a budget up to 200, you should also check out the Redmi Note 3. It's from Xiaomi, so 75k for instance. And then we already get to the performance of the C5 with the Snapdragon 810 and all that. Okay, so here in the info you can see it runs Android 5.1, 64 bits, a full 64-bit support. We have a full HD resolution display, and here also the rest like storage, CPU, well, nothing too special anymore. Here 13 and 5 megapixels on the camera. Okay, so also after using it for some time here, the battery stays at 30 degrees, so no overheating. The phone sometimes gets a little bit warm here in this area during calls, and also after like 10 minutes on a call, it randomly did power off. Not really sure, or actually it just killed the call, but the sensor was working, so this was the only issue I had with the smartphone so far. Okay, Geekbench 3, as you can see, a single core score of 630, a multi-core almost 3K, so that's pretty normal for the MTK 6753. Octacore processor clocks up to 1.3 GHz. So that's regarding some numbers. Now, speed test here, Wi-Fi have absolutely no problems, so gets you up to 41 Mbits down, 14 up, and a very good ping. Also no issues while downloading files, streaming music or whatever. GPS, we can have a very quick look at that. So we're indoors, it finds a fix, and also not too bad signal at all for indoors. So you have to keep in mind we're here in a huge building, and that is looking pretty good so far. I tested GPS just a little bit on the Cbit, and it was quite okay, but not too accurate. Okay, if we check out here the band mode, you will definitely see that the band 20 is missing, so we have here 1, 3, 5, 7, 8, and I think 28, 38, 39, 40, and 41 for LTE. So if you need B20, and a lot of people need that in Europe, then you probably won't have LTE. Okay, so that's a huge downside. Then it's pretty cool, that's a 10-point capacitive touchscreen, so that's also very good. And the sensors, they're absolutely awesome for 100 Euro phone, because the gyroscope is working really nice. It comes with a working magnetic sensor, and that means you can use this one here for VR. So full HD resolution is also quite okay for most cheap VR glasses, and yeah, that looks good in my opinion. So that's regarding the sensors, multi-touch, GPS performance, and the benchmarks here. So I have to say, regarding the performance, this performs really well, and it's a huge improvement from what I've seen under 100 Euro for a long time right now. Okay, now let's do a quick gaming test, and then I would say let's end this first look video. Now, gaming performance is not really the best, and this is because we have a full HD resolution display, and not the strongest SoC. And you can see there are some kind of lags, but it looks absolutely beautiful on the display. So the display is really nice, but you will have some stuttering here in huge 3D games like Real Racing 3, Modern Combat. But yeah, it looks beautiful as you can see, but the frame rate is not so super impressive. Sensors are all working fine, so I really had no issues during gaming. And yeah, as you can see, just not the best performance, and sometimes if there's a lot of action, you will have some freezes or at least stuttering. But games are playable. I can also quickly show you here Modern Combat 5. Now the speaker, it's not a dual speaker, but as you did probably hear, it sounds really quite okay in my opinion. Let's start the game. So here a closer look at Modern Combat 5. Now as you can see, this is a little bit more laggy because, well, very good resolution, and also this game has pretty nice graphics. Now it's not too laggy, so it's definitely playable, but it's far away from being a very smooth experience. So you definitely notice it if you have a look at the controls here, that it's not so super smooth. But anyway, for 100 Euro, you always have to keep in mind that the price is very, very low for such actually pretty good looking and decent quality. So ladies and gentlemen, we're now here at the end of this video, and so far I have to say this device looks pretty promising for the price. So you'll find some more information on our blog, so make sure you check it out, and also some sample pictures. And all in all, I have to say, nothing wrong with it. It gets a little bit warm though, so if you do heavy gaming, it gets actually really warm, so it could run a little bit cooler. And I had this issue that, for instance, calls after 10 minutes, they were just like cutting off. So only issues I found so far, not the best speaker quality, also not the strongest LED flash, but I have to say, for the price, 100 Euro, it's one of the best solutions, so actually smartphones I had in my hand so far. Yumi Roam was pretty crap, all other phones, some under 100 Euro also pretty crap, but this one here for the price is not too bad at all. Battery life as well could be better, but well, 100 Euro, very good price here for the InFocus. Now, alright, thanks for watching. Also make sure you check out our other smartphone videos, and make sure you subscribe that you don't miss any future videos. Thanks for watching, have a nice day, and bye bye.